All right, I'm going to pick back up right where I left off, and I wanted to show something before I moved on to the single wing goal line short yardage package. The reason I decided to have this twins alignment like this with the Y as a slot and the 4 out a little bit wider is a couple of reasons. One, I think if we have this guy, of course, manned up with a corner or, being looked at with a corner, and we put him in motion, it's going to be a lot harder for him to figure out what he's supposed to do compared to maybe if I have this guy have the 4 here on the inside, put him in motion, and now the defensive end or the devil or whatever you want to call it, now he just kind of just stems down and he's auto blitzing. So the reason I want to have him out here is because he's going to be going in motion a lot. And I think it puts this corner in a lot tougher position than it would this defensive end. And also, this Y being more of a true tight end type character, a little bigger body maybe, will be able to crack block a lot better on our sweeps and stuff. So let me go over those rules real quick. We'll get into the lineman rules in just a second, but the receivers rules are really simple. You're either running a route, you're going in motion or carrying the ball if your number's called. If it's a run play and you're not going in motion or you're not the ball carrier, your rule is block the most dangerous man, except for on sweep. On sweep, everyone cracks. So let's say we're just going to run a fly sweep. Well, the Y's not in motion. He's not running the ball. He hears sweep. He cracks. He's not running the ball. He's not in motion. He hears sweep. He cracks. Q sweep. Crack, crack, crack. Seesaw sweep. Let's say he'd be off the ball. He'd be on the ball. Crack, crack. Running the seesaw sweep. So the rules for the skill positions, and we haven't gotten to the lineman yet, but the skill position blocking rules are this. If you're not going in motion, you're not carrying the ball, you're blocking the most dangerous man. And when you hear sweep, you crack. First man inside. That's it. Okay? So I'm going to get to the single wing short yardage situation now. And this comes straight from Apopka, Coach Darlington. The formation, the ideas, we don't get as detailed as he does in his blocking scheme. He's a lot like Tim Murphy with the idea that he has a coach of the play kind of philosophy. Different than Coach Murphy, but the same idea that each player has a specific rule depending on what play, and I'll get into that. But basically, the Apopka style single wing is alignment like this. We've got the power tackle here. Essentially, the left tackle has just come over, and the X has stemmed down. The Y is in a nasty split. The 3 or the H-back is right behind the tackle. Of course, we have the wing right here splitting the difference, or maybe just 1 and 1 off this power tackle. And he numbers his plays. It's called completely different. It's a completely different system. It's a completely different way of calling plays. So 4 is simply hitting the 4 hole or the 4 man or whatever you want to call it. Just typical ISO play, direct snap ISO. Then we have our 6, which is just your power play. We've got our 8, which is our sweep play. We got our 7, which is our counter play. And then we just have our simple little sweep pass play. All right, so it's a 5-play series. 4, 6, 8, 7, and a pass. And we're going to use this as our change-up offense, as our short yardage, our goal line, stuff like this. I think combining the spread with the speed, with the power of the single wing, I think is an awesome combination, and it gives me an excuse to still run the single wing. So that takes care of our playbook. So what I want to do now is I want to go and look at the lineman risk cards that have all the blocking rules. Now, with all the formations, all the motions, everything we can do, everything that our linemen need to know are right here. Okay? So if you see down here, I've got a left tackle card. I've got a left guard card that's a little bit different. A center's card, a little bit different. A right guard and a right tackle. So essentially, our linemen need to be able to do this. They need to be able to get up on the ball, look at the coach, and find out which blocking scheme they're going to do. If it's white or blue, it's the zone scheme. If it's power, it's the power scheme. If it's counter, it's the counter scheme. One thing I need to add is sweep, but we just kind of, our guys just always know that on sweep, everyone's just automatically reaching. everyone's going to reach him. But we can add, I need to add sweep onto this as well. Pass comes from Dave Caesar, GOO, gap on outside. And let's look at each play. So let's say the left tackle. We're running White. His rule is on to scoop to the right. All right, he's going to scoop inside. I do a little arrow right there for scoop inside. White back, he's going to slip inside to the backer because we're going to be kicking out that guy over him. Blue, he's going to be on or reaching to the left. All right, so scoop, it gives the idea we're going to scoop inside. Reach is the idea that we're going to try to kind of gain leverage to the outside. Blue back, same exact rule for him. Power, he's going to protect the inside gap. Counter, he's going to go down to backer. And, of course, pass, GOO, sweep, he's just going to reach. Same thing for our devil formation, which we call devil because we were the devils. His rules are simple. On the 4 play, his rules on to down. 6 play, on to down. 8 play, on or reach outside. 7, on or scoop inside. Pass, GOO. And so every day in our EDDs, we're going to just work on scooping, reaching, protecting inside gap, blocking down, slipping to backers. We're going to use all those in our drills, and they're getting double duty because now when we go to team or scrimmage or whatnot, all we're doing is we're blocking the things we learned in individual drills. They don't care what formation we're in. They don't care who's getting the ball, what the motion is. All they know is we're running power. Somebody's running power. It might be the 4-back. It might be the 2-back. It might be the quarterback. All they know is we're running counter. It might be a Q counter. It might be a 4 counter. They don't know. They don't care. They're just blocking counter. He's blocking down to backer. It doesn't matter if I'm running the ball. He's going to block down to backer. And I'll briefly go through the other ones. Left guard, his rules are on scoop, on reach. He's going to power pull on the power, and on counter, he's on to down. Here's his rules for devil. You can look at those. Center's super simple. On right, on left, on right. And then our pass, he's going to be simple on, left, right. We're just going to give him that order. Anybody on, anybody left, anybody right. Simple man on, man away for all of his devil rules. Same thing for the right guard. You see that, in the left guard, he had the power pull. The right guard has the counter kick. So he sees counter, he knows that he's going to counter and kick. And he knows how to do that because we've worked on it for 20, 25 minutes every day. He's got 1,000 reps counter kicking. So he knows exactly what to do. Right tackle. This is the only one that we're kind of stealing some ideas from Coach Darlington. His rule on power. He has a choice. He can call down or out. So this is what he's going to do. If he gets up to the line of scrimmage and he's got a guy on his inside shoulder, he's going to turn around. He's going to call down, 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 which is going to let the blocking back know that he's going down and the blocking back needs to kick out. If he goes up and he sees somebody outside his shoulder and nobody to the inside, he's going to turn around and say out, 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 which means he's going to be kicking out, or what Dave Caesar calls tunnel. He's going to be tunneling out, and the blocking back's actually going to just come up inside. So we're essentially going to kind of switch roles, all right? So that's the way we're going to kind of steal some ideas from Apopka. Same thing on the devil. He's calling down or out. And you can develop these rules as detailed as you want. This is just a simple way. We've been using wristbands for the last 5 years, and it has incredibly increased our practice reps, our practice scrimmage time. Our guys aren't having to memorize anything. We're no huddling, running super fast, and it's really been a fun thing for us. But I love having the actual rules on there so they don't have to just memorize the play. They actually know what their rules are. I got that from Tim Murphy. All right, so those are our wristbands, and this is our run/play action master call sheet. This is every play that we could call in every formation. So we have left flip, left stack, left Larry, left split, right flip, right stack, right Larry, right split. These are just runs and play actions. So you see out of left, we're going to run everything we want to run. White, Q white, white back, white keep, power, Q power, counter, Q counter, rocket sweep, Q sweep, fly sweep, funky sweep, seesaw sweep. We get over here in this flip formation, and I don't really like the way the backfield alignment is set up to run the power, counter, Q counter. So we don't run it out of that. But we will run it out of left stack. But I don't so much like the way we run left, our zone left out of left stack. I don't think it sets up well. So I'm not even going to worry about calling that. I've got power, Q power, counter, Q counter, all of our sweeps out of this formation. Same thing all the way down the line. So I'm holding this on the game, and I know that I want to run a Q counter. Well, I just figured out which formation I want to run it out of. Do I want to run it out of left stack or left Larry or left split? Do I want to run it out of right stack, right split? I can add any motion that I want to add. I could say left stack, fly Q counter with our hand signals. Play action, same thing on here. I've got white arc, white now, white bandit, white shoot, zip. Zip now, that's our little motion with the H back or the 3 back. Our white pop, fly pass, snake pass. All the way down the line, I got every play that I can call, that I want to call, out of every formation. Now, I didn't add passes on this yet. I kind of put this together and never got back with the passes. But that could be in a separate column on the back, whatnot. But this is just a great way, I think, if I was calling plays. I know I want to run power. I know I want to run counter. What's going to be the best way for me to call counter? Well, instead of me just trying to figure out in 8 seconds, 9 seconds, which formation, which motion I want to run, I just simply look at the chart. And I say, I want to run Q right here out of right Larry. So I'm signaling right, Larry, right, Larry. I signal in whichever motion, and then I do the Q counter. My linemen don't care about anything I say other than counter. All right, that's all they care about, and they're blocking counter. So that is my offense. This is the total plays. This is the wristbands. I want to take a quick look at some Shiloh Christian stuff and kind of call it the way I would call it. So this is Shiloh Christian in Arkansas. And so just looking here, I know I'm over here, so I'm in the right formation stack. So this would be right stack. Sorry about that. Power. Right stack. You're going to see the left guard wrap around. Power. All right, let's look at the next one here. We'll look at a couple of them. So I see we're over here. I'm left stack, fly, power. Left stack, fly, power. He's kicking. He's wrapping right there. We're watching the defensive end get pulled with the motion. Watch this guy right here. He's drifting with the motion just enough for him to get up inside. Big play. Oh. All right, this is, I haven't put in a 2x2 formation, but this is 2x2. Essentially, this turns into trips. So I would probably just line up in trips. A little slow screen. So that would just be trips, slow screen for us. If we wanted to get good and put in like a 2x2 formation with a fly motion with some slow screen action, that might be something we get into later on in the season. But I don't want to add anything until we start getting proficient with what we got. Big play. We'll look at 2 more. So this is trips left, exactly where we line up. He's rolling out. Some sort of flood concept. Big play. Here we have, I believe we're in right stack here. Or what I would call right stack. Got the one-on-one. This is what I was talking about. You get them as a receiver, and if you watch their film, this guy catches 1 million passes. It gives us great one-on-one capabilities over here. He's standing at 3 yards flat-footed. Big play. I can't quit watching. All right, this might be I thought this was going to be our magic formation. So this is left. Oh yeah, this is magic. Okay, this would be our magic set. Okay, now they're doing almost like a seesaw type magic. They got 2 on the line here. They're trying to get an overload, but this is our magic backfield. They're going to shift over to like a triple stack kind of deal. Run just the I don't know what you call that, Q something to another. Big play. again, something we might put in for a special game. It might be like our trick play of the game. Certainly not anything we're going to put in week 1, week 2, anything like that. All right, so here we go. This will be actually this is kind of this is right switch. All right, they got a switch call on right here, what I would call switch. I'm sorry, flip. Right switch flip. So they've just flipped sides. And this is this verts. So you can go to, I'll stop there. You can go to Huddle and type in Shiloh Christian. You can see their high school stuff, their JV stuff, their 7th grade stuff, and all of it is just really well executed. And it all matches up with exactly what I've got designed here. And I basically kind of mimicked and copied what they're doing. It's just the terminology and the kind of philosophies behind the way we're going to teach things with the wristbands. The way we're calling things, the way we're going to get things signaled in fast is going to be what makes this offense unique to other offenses. I hope you guys can take something from it. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you and try to answer them. It's by no means perfect. There's a bajillion things that need to be tweaked and changed and maybe even taken out and added. But I feel like it's a great base to start with. And be successful. What I like about it particularly is on every single play, it gives us a solid running threat between the tackles. It gives us an absolute threat on the edge with any kind of sweep we want to run. It gives us an absolute threat on any quick screen or perimeter pass we want to hit quickly. And it also gives us a very deadly play action game. And of course, with the single wing added, if all goes to crap, you can just get in single wing and pound out 4 and 5 yards of play. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Holler at me if you have any questions or have anything to add. Take care, guys. Appreciate all the things you guys do to help me in my coaching career. Thank you.